let's do another Meanwhile on Snapchat. And this one is nothing like any of my other Meanwhile on Snapchats. Obviously, because I'm animated. I'm not usually animated. Today, we are going to talk about your place in an ongoing war for your soul. Maybe war is a bit of a strong word, but there are giant forces at play here, so pay attention. We're going to talk about destiny and gold. First though, at the beginning, we need to figure out what that fire is inside you. Fire and gold and destiny. Wait, am I usually animated? Let's just go with it. I would not take the tortoise and the hare story as a role model. Presumably, out of all the times that the tortoise and the hare raced each other, that one time that the tortoise won, I mean, I don't want to burst your bubble here, underdogs, but the hare usually wins. You know that, right? Passion beats luck. Personally, I don't care for music. You know this. But have you ever been drunk? And I mean that dancey kind of drunk. And you put music on. That's fire. That's undeniable real life, right? Obviously, bad example because I'm animated. But you know what I mean. That feeling you get. It's like the moment in a movie when the music starts getting louder and a heroic montage happens. This week, we are going to talk about the relationship between you and the river of consciousness. First, though, we do need to talk about you. You are the fire. If you want the universe to play nice, if you want the world around you to yearn for you, do you crave that feeling of being needed? Then you need a destiny. If you want the world to remember you long after you're gone, you need a destiny. People who live out a destiny shape the very story of life. And you want that to be you. Respect, aim high. You have the ability to bring life to the equation. Coming up, gold, destiny. You're the fire, and all around you is gold. The contract between you and the river of consciousness is one that you might not even realize is a thing. You have been given some control. You can make some decisions. The river of consciousness is willing to give you a huge part in the story of life, which is amazing, truly incredible, but you have to do your bit. Life is complicated. Let's not get into the weeds about that. You were given the opportunity to make choices. So make some choices. Do your part. Then let the river of consciousness do its part. But we're talking about proper gold here. Gold is bigger than you. Sometimes you won't get what you want. It's not like you're the be-all and end-all. Let's be real here. And actually, when I said the river of consciousness will give you a huge part in the story of life, huge is a bit of an exaggeration. But don't feel dismayed. The takeaway point here is that you do have control. You do have a say in the story of life, and it is completely up to you whether you will get your act together and take control of your part. Tomorrow, destiny. We can do day 3 destiny, and we will, and we are. Now, can I just say, when it's all said and done, destiny is gonna be what it's gonna be, with or without you. The quicker you learn to go with what Mother Nature likes to call the flow state, the easier you will find dealing with the river of consciousness and destiny. You are actively in the middle of writing your own story. I know that's different to most stories which have already been written. Be honest though, even though you have the advantage of decisions, how's your story going? Really? Not great. Stories follow a classic structure. You're the hero. You're about to swoop in and save the day. You have the tools, you've learned the secrets, and you have planned the route. And then, bam, plot twist. I'm telling you, it's no different with your story. The more you try to stack the deck, outsmart the universe, the quicker you'll be crushed by destiny. I'm not saying destiny is a bad thing. Don't let me talk you out of whatever harebrained scheme you claim is your destiny in life. All I'm saying is make sure it's aligned with whatever the heck Mother Nature has planned, because Mother Nature, that bitch, does not care for your opinions on where the story of life should go, unless you have the backing of the river of consciousness, an endless supply of gold to coat yourself in. You get it. You're the fire. So you're asking, if I'm the fire and I'm coated in gold, what is my destiny? But that's a stupid question. You can't coat fire in gold. This might all sound a little catch-22, chicken and the egg. If you have the ability to shape the story of life, but also destiny is gonna be what it's gonna be, with or without you. How can both be true? And at least now you're asking the right questions. If you've been following along, you learned that there is an endless supply of gold just out of reach. You know it's there, but likely you will never touch it. Now, I'm not saying you're not special. Whatever you are, whatever we are as humans is definitely special here on Earth. When I say here, elephant in the room, I am in a simulated world. As an animated character, I have come to accept that reality long ago, and you too might need to consider it for yourself. There is an external force at play here. The robots. Humans have an unexplainable, until now, yearn for technology. And I am not ashamed to say this. I am brought to you by that very technology. Destiny is tied to the river of consciousness. And Mother Nature, she has the flow state. And then you came in hot with your fire. And now, freaking robots. I joke around occasionally about you not being important. Your tiny little window into the present moment is actually pretty coveted. There are forces vying for control of your unprotected window, and they entice you in different ways. The robots might give you that new iPhone feeling. The river of consciousness will give you the feeling of purpose. Mother Nature might just give you the tingles, that dirty bird. All of these giant forces, I haven't told them yet, but between me and you, come on, your little particular life, window into the world, most coveted piece of universe dust is, well, you suck, right? No offense. Until now, you're just a slow learner. In fact, you're probably still trying to figure out stuff from day one. Let's go through it one more time for you, but slowly. You are fire. Your experience of life is very special. Your story is a small part in the larger story of life, which is currently being wrestled out by the river of consciousness and Mother Nature. Each of these giant forces are much, much bigger than you. But They want your decisions in your little story to work for their larger, nefarious plots. And then, yes, the bombshell from yesterday, the robots. Here's the worry. If you're already living inside a simulation, like I've come to accept, the robots have already won. Either way, it's about time you get your act together and start living a life worthy. Wow, those robots really do sneak up on you. Hopefully, you feel energized and ready to take your life to a new and exciting height. If not, you've accepted your fate and the inevitable robot overlords. Cool. This is now an end screen. You've done it. You've finished the video, but the story isn't over yet. Hit subscribe down below and then continue your journey by hitting the linked video up above. See you soon.